Yo, what is going on? What is going on here, bro? Oh my god. Dude, AMC is up 80%. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to unpack some things here, dude. Cause holy damn. 80%, 83%. Jesus. Bro. Okay. Man, what is going on? Okay, bro. Gee. Bro. AMC is up. It's about to be up over 100%, dude. Okay, this is insane. Okay, dude. All right, let's look at the chart, man, because that is what it comes down to. We have a catalyst right now, and it's after hours, so this is like obviously like, bro, they do it on a Friday, right? It's a Friday catalyst right after the market closes, and then now the price is just surging. Options have expired. So what a good time to do it, right? Let's look at the chart, man. Let's see what the hell is going on here, okay? Cuz it's up over 80%, which yeah, this is a break here, man. This is big stuff. Dude, fucking crazy, man. Like guys, here's the Lena premium chart. Okay? Watch this shit, dude. Okay, this is fucking crazy. Okay, bro, gotta start watching some of these levels. This thing is going way above. Look, I'm not gonna say anything about like where I think the price is gonna go right now because everything just started to surge very quickly. Like this is going fast. So just coming here on the micro chart, just in general, bro, this is good stuff for AMC because I think that uh, regardless of what happens with the price action here, it just went up 100% in like a few candles, like 10 minutes, it goes up 100%. No, you can't halt stocks after hours. Why it did this, why it's doing this right now, because that is not a thing. They can only halt during a market hour session. So now that we're up freaking 90%, where the heck is AMC going to go next, right? Okay, because it's crossing all of these levels. And I'm blown right now, dude. I'm still trying to process this. You know what I mean? Like, I want to look at the charts and stuff, but like, I'm still trying to process this. I went live so that you guys could fucking talk to each other here, bro. Like, get a little groove going. Man. Yeah, settlement denied. Settlement denied. Bro. All right, let's see. Let me look at some stuff here and pull up some news. Directly though on it's not on Webull though. We don't have freaking AMC. AMC squeeze is trending on Twitter. let's see. I'm trying to pull up the form here, read it up for you guys, but clearly this is bullish. But yeah, it got denied, and we have a break, guys. We have a break in the cycle. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting. For those that have been following the cycle here and everything we track, this is the first time that things have played out outside of the cycle over 100%. Now, it is after hours session, so things are not normally, the algorithm does not track things the same way in the after hours session. So I want to see what happens here going into Monday. It's going to be real interesting to see this massive gap on the charts. That's going to be real fun. But no, I mean, dude, all for it. I'm like excited as hell. I think this is the start of what could be a pretty big move on AMC. We went from $4 here to $8. We just touched resistance, and now the price is just, I mean, we're just chilling, man. We're just trading sideways up here. Okay. I wouldn't say this is quite like, you know, for those that are asking if you should buy right now or anything, I'm not going to say much on that because, again, this is an after-hours session rally, so anything could happen at this point. This thing could, like, continue to rally, go up to 500. I mean, dude, this is like a GameStop 2.0 thing. Just, like, out of nowhere, the price just surges 100% in, like, 10 minutes. I mean, that is insane. That is crazy, dude. 10 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Come in here on the micro chart. Let's pull up some indicators. Pull up spots on the 15-second. Okay. Gotta love the spots on the 15-second chart. Look at this, man. So it comes up, crosses here. So we have a rejection, comes up to the pink curve, and then now we're coming down here. Now, based on the chart here, you're not going to see much. Like, when stocks squeeze like this, it's like a mini squeeze. Like, all fundamentals and all patterns and stuff are typically thrown out the window when they are this quick, this fast. For the algorithm breaking, there's not going to be structure to patterns. You go back, you look at GameStop, and it looks like this, right? Because the stock is just squeezing. Oh, my God, bro. Okay, what is Ape doing? I haven't even looked at Ape. Oh, Jesus. Okay, look at this, dude. That is crazy. Yeah, basically Ape is just taking a dump here. AMC plus Ape. This is going to be fun. Okay, what's going on? Wait. What's going on now? Okay, so it's coming down a little bit. I would not see this pumping and dumping, guys. It's very likely that if this comes down to a halfway mark, at least, because it is the after-hour session, at least it'll trade in that range. We might open or something around the $6 level, maybe on going into Monday, but this is huge, okay? I want to show you guys what happened in November of 2021, or 2020. Okay, we're going to go way back here because I think at least the price action here is going to be similar to what happened. Okay, we can't do the 5-minute there because they don't have that data, but maybe we can do the 20-minute. Or not 20-minute, 15. Yeah, we can do the 15. Okay, so this is a crazy part here. This actually happened on Monday. It was November 9th. And you can see here AMC like pumps very quickly. It goes from $1 to $1.60. Look at this. $1.60 to about $3, 80%. And then it comes down, it trades sideways, and then it opens. It basically opens green on Tuesday, going into the Tuesday session, and then it comes down. Now, you can kind of see the similarities between the two charts here. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but regardless, man, regardless of whether AMC comes down or not, and then this is a step in the right direction. The fact that they just released all of this volume has me pumped, dude, because now, like AMC is not in a downtrend anymore. Like there is just no way that after this pump here that we're in a downtrend. Like this thing went up 100%, dude. We're going in the right direction is what I'm saying. Okay, let's do the 15-minute and pull this up here. I know you guys can kind of see that here, but both of these look very similar down here. Very similar structure. Pumps, trade sideways for a bit, and then potentially we can have some kind of flip here. I would like for that to be the case. But yeah, this is, man, still very fresh. Still very fresh. No, I mean, this is a ripple effect, guys. This is a ripple effect taking place. This has nothing to do with the, like, in the after-hour session, they cannot halt the stock. They cannot really manipulate the stock in the after-hour session. There's less traders. It's a lot easier for these guys to pump and dump things, yes, but they would have already halted this like on the second, not even the second candle, dude. Would have been a 10% gain here, halt automatically. So this is just like, I mean, it was like obviously on purpose. Like they're not gonna release the news or post anything until the after-hour session, because like then at that point they're losing, when it comes to the option, right? The option chain. But look at that, man. This is a nice little pump here. We have a 100% pump, and then now the price is coming down a little bit. We're down about 25%. Coming into that halfway mark on the 1 minute, we're getting very close to the blue curve. So it's likely that in the short term, I think we're gonna get a little pump again. I think it'll be we're at resistance, so we should start coming up here soon. Worst case scenario is we come up to or close to this 530 range, and then it starts coming back up again. I wouldn't see it go below that. That's a 25% move. So I would, if anything, it comes there and then starts bouncing back. Let's draw some trend lines here. Okay, resistance. And a hypothetical. Let's use some patterns, dude. Jesus, man. Guys, I'm blown, man. I'm still blown. Okay, AMC plus APE, where you at? Here we go. Let's see what AMC plus APE looks like, because APE is down. So I'm interested to see what the price looks like here. So if you guys remember AMC's chart prior to the conversion, then you're very familiar with, and some people have been looking at the price like this, but then you're familiar with the 77 high, and the overall chart here. I think it looks better. I think it's a better chart. So just by the looks of it, from there, we basically hit the $10 range, AMC plus APE combined. This is an indicator, guys. You can get it. It's free. It's on the website. If you could click on the indicator tab, or I'm sorry, on the Discord, and it'll take you straight to that link if you want to use this. It's just, I prefer using this when tracking some of the levels and trend lines that we track way back here, because on the AMC chart, for whatever reason, it's not scaled properly. And yeah, it's sometimes not a good way to look at things. But yeah, based on this, maybe we'll get a better picture here of what's going on the micro chart. So here's AMC plus APE, and then let's put AMC's chart. You can see they look similar, but look at how much more APE is, or just AMC is pumping compared to APE. Yeah, you have to ask yourself, why now, right? Why now? But guys, this is really good stuff here. Just mainly because like we're starting to see the entire market really just squeeze, and there's just going to be a lot of opportunity. I think think about all the plays that we've seen pump. They start off similar to what AMC is doing now, and then they're like they'll pump it. They'll collect some premiums probably going into Monday. I hope this keeps going up. But remember, like with these quick pumps, as we've seen the price here, there's a lot of volatility. It's very easy for them to, especially in the after-hour session, for them to bring it up here, bring it back down, and then bring it back up. I mean, it's just crazy volatility right now. So let's see. Let me pull up an example here. Let's pull up Nikola and bring it on over to the bottom. Okay, but after being shorted forever, Nikola did something similar, right? It took a little bit, so it took a few days for it to pump like this, but then it came down, it traded sideways for a bit, and then it started to pump again. I would not be surprised if we open around this range here going into Monday. Okay, maybe at about, I would hope somewhere around that 675, just because it seems like the price is kind of stuck there. It might just bounce in between and trade along those ranges. But because we've seen AMC specifically and GME pump this way after hours in the past, there's always that possibility that this just triggers a pretty massive squeeze in the after-hour session, and it just keeps going, right? That would be great. That would be, I hope that happens. That's best case scenario, and then worst case scenario, I think we open maybe around the range that we're in now. That would be like a worst case scenario. But bro. Okay, here is spots again on the 15-second. Look at how beautiful spots works, guys. Clean pink spot, crosses, short, right? And then you get a blue spot, and now that's a long position. Now, if this holds, can keep going. It's a nice blue spot, and we get a continuation. If now you're going to start to see this turn blue, right? If it's a short blue and we have a pink spot, normally that's not a good sign, because that means that the price is going to come down. But right now it's looking pretty good. Let's see if I can edit this, copy pat, and get the lines here. Okay, there we go. There's the copy pat projection. So you can see it's saying that the price should start coming up, and this is a theoretical line projecting based on the Fourier transform. Takes historical patterns and then kind of projects what could happen based on that. No, I don't use this to predict price action, but sometimes when I'm looking at just technicals and stuff, it does, it does tell me potentially where I could see either like a rejection or a cross. Anything like that is a really good use for it. So I wonder if is anything else pumping with this right now? I wonder like if any like cryptocurrencies are. I want to see what GME is doing. Is GME doing anything? It kind of. Not really though. Interesting. Yeah, GME is like. This is why I was saying, guys. GME what like the two are not like they're still tracking each other in a sense, but not the same way as far as like the percentages go. I had said that looking at the indicator here for all in one, the ROC indicator that we use to compare the rate of change over a set list of stocks, you can now it's going to change like drastically. But you know what? It's probably not because I don't think this doesn't take into account the after hour session for some reason. Why? Oh, is it because we got BBBY in here? Oh. What the hell? Why is it not working, dude? Oh, is it because it's 50? We gotta do like 10 or something. Maybe it'll work. Okay, for some reason this doesn't work on the after hour session. I don't know if I like mess with the code here. Okay, well we're not using that then. Look at that. Continuation. This is starting to look like XRP, like a mini version of XRP right now. You guys see that? Look at that. XRP just like pumps. It's almost like the algorithm here is making like a little mini version of this. Wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if we do something like this. Look at that. Hitting some of these levels. Well, no. The thing is, you know how crypto works, dude. Crypto just takes forever. Everything crypto takes forever. I mean, it could do something like this, but I kind of like the other one better. It just kind of comes down and then keeps riding up. It's just not stopping, dude. Okay. All right, guys. Well, now that we have a little pump happening right now, AMC is currently up in the after hours session. Let me just check. 68%. It peaked at 100%. So as soon as it got to that 100% mark, it started to come down. It's currently being rejected on this descending resistance trend line. If it crosses here, I mean, I'll kind of talk about my targets and projections based on that, but let's go and zoom out of the chart real quick and talk about why this is happening, right? So this is this right here, us looking at the cycle, is actually outside of the cycle zone, right? So in one specific day like this, we haven't seen the price surge in close position, right? At least to that 70% mark. So this went up 100%. If we look at the daily chart, depending on where it opens on Monday, I think we'll get a little bit more information. But this is the first time it's done that. We don't have a time in the past where this has happened before. So that's really, really interesting. And I will say, though, based on some of the patterns that we've been tracking, especially some of these premium patterns, we had one that we were tracking here. It's called Lena. And you can see the structure of this pattern. Now, this is the moving average, and the structure was calling for upside here in the short term, right? So that's a point of interest, calling for that. And now that the price is just... yeah, it's just going, man. It's not stopping. We crossed very briefly crossed the 850 level and then got rejected there. So I'm gonna give you guys my projections just based on technicals, on the cycle, and then what we can expect here going forward with the entire market. Because following a pump like this, look, these guys are... you're going to open on Monday, and the options are just going to be very, very expensive. So I think what they're going to do here, if we open around this level, is it's probably going to go up a little bit going into Monday, and then the price is going to either like trade sideways, come down a little bit, and then this is where I think we're going to create what is a projector pattern, like a massive projector. The reason I think this is because... I'll show you guys where in the cycle before we have experienced a surge in price, but not, and then it got rejected, and then we came into the cycle and things flipped, right? The only time this has happened was in August 24th, right here. And the thing is, the price didn't go up the same way. It went up about 30%. You can see there's a wick. It still went up 30%, and then it came down. From the bottom, it went up about 50%. So let's see. Let's look at the cycle. See where we're at in the cycle. We are right here. And this might make sense here because this is where we're at in the cycle right now. Okay, look at this. Watch, guys. See, just look at this candle right here. You can see there's a lot of volume right there. This is not a point of interest. The point of interest is right here. So this being a micro POI, meaning the price can still go up, and typically trade sideways for a major POI, which is in the beginning. So let's come up to, remember this spot right here. It's entering the red zone in the cycle. If you come up to where we're at now in the cycle, okay, we're a bit past that point, but we're still in the red section. Looking at the cycle right after that too, we also have it coming up around the same range, which is right here. Creates a little projector, and then this is where things get rejected. So projector pattern, and then things start coming up. Right around here. So it's kind of like that. You can see that it's flipped here. If you flip this, it's like a little match right there. Kind of makes sense. I would like for it to do something like this, to where it comes up, and then now we're hitting these levels that we haven't hit before, which is a broadening wedge, a massive broadening wedge. Okay, so triple bottom starts coming up, and then right here be one of the levels to track because it's also a descending parallel channel. So right probably around that $12 to $14 level would be ideal to hit by like in August, right? That would be ideal. Now, if we get a ripple effect and things start to squeeze here, then this can go wherever it wants to at that point. But I'm just talking technicals here. We're just looking at technicals, and we're looking at the cycle and what we've seen happen before. If you zoom out of the chart, normally you do get that that first volatility. When volatility kicks in, you get it coming up quickly. It starts coming down, and then you create, like we look back here in November, does like a little pump, trade sideways, and then it starts coming up. That is probably what I think would happen here based on the charts. We also have now a blue spot on the spots indicator, blue spot, and that has caused things to rally here. So very similar to what happened in March. Very similar. Yeah, no, dude, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of open interest on these options. So them coming into Monday, as long as a price remains where it's currently at right now, a lot of them are going to be in the money. And yes, people exercising their contracts, that can trigger a continuation. At this point, guys, the algorithm is not currently in control. I just don't see that being the case unless they're able to suppress it for some reason going into Monday. If it remains here, then this thing, like I said, can just keep going, and we can surpass all of these levels. So basically, technicals are thrown out the window. One, two. Oh, this is crazy, man. Crazy stuff. I'm trying to match the curve here. Another indicator I will probably use here is the volt indicator. This one here, well, it works. If you mess around with the parameters, it will work when in trading, volatility here. But normally, it's not something I would use for stocks as much as I use it for crypto. It's basically a liquidation indicator. It tracks where levels, depending on the multiplier, where price typically gravitates to if somebody's being liquidated. Bro, jeez. Okay, we just crossed resistance. we're retesting an H line right here. Okay, crossing that, can definitely get a continuation here, or else we are making a little arc pattern. That could be the case as well. All right, let's look at the chat, man. Let's look at the chat. Okay, I'm reading some of these other things here, but you guys have to consider everything else, and the settlement thing is the catalyst, right? But everything else will come down to the underlining, right? The underlining effect of data, right? Not saying so much on the FTDs and stuff like that, because I think they can manipulate that, but we do have to consider the just to the extent that AMC has been shorted, and then yes, some of the Ortex data for a really long time has been at all time highs. So that's the effect. That's the effect, man. Okay. All right, so apparently the judge rejected the proposed settlement because the agreement releases 8 claims and a representative action by and for common stockholders. Okay. I mean, yeah, pretty much like this is all this means is that, well, right now we are not doing a conversion and reverse split. Okay, what else? Let's see. I'm gonna unpack this, guys. I just went live, man. I was like, what's going on? Like, nothing really posted on. Like, I don't even think Webull has posted anything on their news tab or about this. So, guys, just now we're getting some things. Just now we're getting some things. Okay. Okay, all of these are like, they're kind of misleading as well, because they're like, investing.com is saying like Delaware judge will not immediately approve AMC shareholder settlement, but some of the other things, or some of the other things I'm reading here make it seem like that is just like it's dismissed, like not ongoing, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, bro. Like, is this gonna be ongoing, or is it like indefinitely dismissed? Like what are we doing here? Because clearly, I mean, AMC going up 100%, right? This is not. It would be such a like goofy catalyst if it was just like maybe, man, just maybe. Okay. All right. Does anybody have the actual like? Is it on the AMC website? If the I'm trying to get to the like the actual report. I just keep seeing screenshots and stuff. I'm like, where's the report at, dude? Give me the report. All right, Delaware Courts website. Okay, here we go. Bro. All right, thank you, man, for who sent it on Twitter. I appreciate it, dude. All right, here we go. I got it up. I got it up, man. Thank you, dude. All right. Real quick while that's downloading here. Okay. Okay, so basically what this is saying is that okay, so the judge thinks it is not a fair case with the claims. So he's just rejecting the proposed settlement. Yeah, and he's not dismissing the entire case. Okay, so he's just ruling that the current settlement proposal cannot be approved. Okay, so this case is not settled. And he's expecting the parties to continue and submit a new proposal. So it doesn't appear that the case is over, which okay, interesting. No, I mean it's a lot to unpack for sure and read. It's just so much. So this is what I'm trying to understand though. So if that is the case, then and it's a catalyst, right? I mean, something comes up. Clearly, the price is up. Now, the catalyst doesn't have to be the most bullish thing in the world, but it just has to be enough to create, still create some kind like just to mask the cover, at least the covering of some of the shares maybe that are taking place right now. So and these are my thoughts. Like so, regardless of that, guys, because I mean you know that in this channel as well, like we don't tend to cover as much of the fundamentals and news part of it as much as we would the chart, what the chart is telling us, right? But that it doesn't necessarily mean that. I mean, we're not ignoring none of those things either. That doesn't matter. But clearly, somebody is covering right now. I mean, somebody brought the price up 100%. I mean, this is not just retail doing this. This is clearly a big institution doing this, bringing the price up for some reason. And like I said, going into Monday, it's going to be telling us a lot, especially just because after hours you don't get the right structure of a pattern of a stock. It's a very blurry thing, honestly, to just analyze things in the after hours session. There's just so much volatility. So that's why we got to wait and see what's going to happen here after this. But yeah, basically the court ruling, all it's saying is that he didn't dismiss the case, but he is he's just basically in favor of what I think what some people want is that they don't want the conversion to take place, and they don't want the reverse split to take place either. So he's leaning more towards that right now, but thinks that parties need to change the settlement and submit a new proposal. Okay, and again, this is very fresh, so don't quote me on that or anything. I'm obviously do your own DD on this, but from what I'm looking at here, that is what it seems is happening. And yes, so you have a catalyst coming up, and then somebody is, I mean, that is a good point. Yeah, this could be like a short term, some of them are covering, they know that maybe it's close. Maybe things are coming up and it's close. So what happens here, right? Typically there is that the initial catalyst. This is why I think, and this is just a little projection based on this because I I've seen the way price behaves before. AMC hasn't quite done this in a really long time to the extent that we're seeing right now. But it hasn't done that because like we haven't seen that happen in the after hour session. Again, the only time I've seen this happen, guys, was back here in November. And this happened in the after hour session as well. So you come back here, see, look at that, 5 a.m. and what happens, right? The price just drastically goes up 80%. And then what happens after that? It comes down, it trades sideways, and then going into Tuesday, okay, it goes back up again, and then trades sideways, comes down a little bit. But then what happens after that? Well, let's see what happens, right? So this is, mind you, November of 2020. This is a point of interest in the cycle. It is one, even though we don't consider it to be like the start of things in the cycle. I think the way the cycle sort of functions and is structured, at least the little code that we made previously, but again, that has already been kind of it's already shown. We've already seen the cycle kind of extend itself a little bit. So we're starting to see new things. We're just learning as things happen here. But right after this, going into January, that is when we started to see the price really surge and go up. Things started to come down here, and then the price started to surge after that. So hopefully this is not the case. I'm not for this at all, right? But I just wanted to compare the two, right? Because this does look a lot like that right now. That these are the only two that we have here that have that we've seen the price go up the same way in the after hours session. I don't think there's any other time AMC has done that. Initially, after being dry for so long, very dry volume here. Triple bottom, it just comes down. No fake out, nothing. Boom. We just go. Interesting. Okay. All right, guys. Well, look, I wanted to come in. I wanted to check some things out, read up on the settlement, and cover this with you guys. But, I mean, like I said, I'm excited. I think this is a major step in the right direction. And I think things are going to be very interesting, not only today, but going into the pre-market on Monday. Because a lot of people right now are not able to buy, sell, whatever. So just expecting that things are going to get interesting on Monday. And yeah, you're going to see me here back. We're going to be covering this because obviously, man, the price is telling us something. Telling us something big is probably going to happen soon. On the grand scheme of things, I don't think this is much. This is a 100% move, yes, but I think that looking at the macro chart, so going on the daily chart, okay, the price, all it did was go up right here, right? And then right now, it's not even trading there. We're trading right around that 737. So right around here, right around that 70% mark. So really, this is, again, just a step in the right direction. Just for reference, let me show you what XRP just did, right? XRP, having both do have very similar charts along with Ethereum Classic, but Ethereum Classic hasn't gone up yet. But both, right? And then this is telling us a little bit more about what the tracking is looking like as far as both charts go. You can see there is some correlation still between when things run and when things dump, right? Prior to the run-up in January, both of them had very similar charts. You can see one pumps, it takes a few days, and then it kind of trades sideways. we have a very similar setup happening right now with AMC. But I want to show you, like, before crypto really started to pump here, what some of these cryptos were already doing. Like XRP went from 37 cents to 50 cents, and then it kept going. And because crypto is slower, it trades 24/7, things don't happen as quickly as they do in the market. So, like, just for reference, again, 35-cent level to about 60, that's a 100% move. And then what happens, right? It trades sideways, and then that major push doesn't happen till July. So in stock market days, it's a little different. It works a little bit differently than that. I think things would happen a lot quicker. And based on this, even if the price were to come down and stick around that $7 range like we're trading at right now, we can still expect a continuation in the following months. I think this is huge. This is very, very good news, guys. I'm excited. Thank you for coming in here, and I will see you guys on Monday, man. We're covering this thing. Hopefully things continue to rally. Alrighty? Subscribe, like, you know what to do. Bye-bye.